All right. Hello, everybody. I'm trying something new tonight, so I'm all excited. It looks like it's working. It's telling me it's live all the places. Yay. Now, if we could just get Instagram on the ball, we will be all right. Let's record. So, good evening, everyone. I hope that you guys have had a wonderful day. There you go. That's better. Hope that you guys have had a wonderful day and that you're well on your way into the weekend. Looking for a little bit of R&R and relaxation. I am coming to you tonight because I want to talk to you about workplace wellness. I have so many people that are coming to me and commenting about burnout. And workplace burnout is about workplace wellness. And there are some things that we need to be doing to make sure that we are working and, being able to earn a living and take care of our families and all of those great things that our work allows us to do, but to also be able to take care of ourselves so that we can continue to do it more and more. So that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. And I promise I'm going to be very quick because it's very late, at least on the East Coast, that is. But I just want to share this with you because, like I said, it's just so many people who are feeling like they're burned out on their work that they're doing in their careers, which is not beneficial to anyone if we're really honest about it. And so I'm just going to give you a few tips. So I am Briana Weatherspoon, career strategist and excellence accelerator, helping women who feel frustrated in their careers to emerge from stuck and surge to their next level of success. I am also the host of the Know Your Worth Career podcast, which is centered around helping women to maneuver some of the difficult situations that we often find ourselves in the workplace, because we all know that women and men experience work differently. And if you don't know, then newsflash, your experience as a woman in the corporate workplace is much different on average than the typical male in the experience that they have. And that is evident by the fact that women are still in 2019 not being paid equally for the same work as their male counterparts who have the same education level, who have the same experience, and everything else being equal, as well as opportunities for promotions and a whole plethora of things. And so we bring on special guests who talk about these issues, talk about knowing your value in your work in the workplace, and they offer suggestions and solutions about how we can successfully deal with some of those issues. So that's who I am. But what I'm here to talk to you about tonight is workplace balance. I want to give you a few tips, and I might have said 3 and I might give you 4, who knows. But anyway, just a few tips to help you to figure out how to better manage that whole workplace burnout situation that a lot of people are experiencing. And the funny thing is, and I want to get, please like and share this video, tag a friend, a coworker. If you're catching it on replay, type replay in the comments. You know, all that nice jazz, all that good jazz. So, but the whole idea of workplace burnout, everybody's heard of midlife crisis, right? So if you've heard of a midlife crisis, type a 1 in the comments, whether you're on live or you're catching this on replay. And this is an interesting little tidbit. So the whole idea behind a midlife crisis actually had nothing to do with, somebody who's older and having extramarital affairs and all of that stuff that we associate with it. It was originally coined back in 1965. Excuse me. And it was coined by a person by the name of Elliot Jack. And it was related to artists, believe it or not, who were experiencing dissatisfaction, who were experiencing unfulfillment in their creativity with their work. So that term was coined, it was developed, it was created to refer to this whole situation that I'm about to talk to you about tonight, which is becoming burnout in your workplace, getting to a point where you're no longer satisfied and fulfilled, and a plethora of different things happen as a result of that. But that's where that comes from. And so workplace wellness is what we're going to be talking about, because I want to focus on what you can do. But to give you a little bit more background, so burnout is really when someone is when you lose your motivation at work for the work that you do. You don't really have a whole lot of motivation to try to do more, to become better, to be greater. You are resentful. A lot of times people find themselves being resentful probably for even having that job and having to get up and go to that job and all of those kinds of things. Hey, people. Hey. Hola. And then, in addition to the resentfulness, they, feel like they're unrecognized. They might feel discontentment. They might feel a lack of creativity. All of these things are associated with workplace burnout. And most people think it has to do with working long hours. And it does, but it's only if you're working long hours doing things that you don't enjoy. If you're doing something that, it's really in your zone, it really fills you up, you can do more of it. You can work longer because it energizes you. And there's a difference between doing work that energizes you and doing work that drains you. And so this is work that drains you that leads to workplace burnout. And it's often a result of being in a work situation where there's a lack of resources, whether that's financial resources, whether that's benefits that come along with the job, whether that's having the tools and the support that you need. So if you're always working at a deficit or in a deficiency and you're trying to create something out of nothing, so to speak, that will lead you to workplace burnout. Compared to an organization that really has great resources, you have everything that you need to be able to do your job. That's why a manager's job, number one job, is to make sure that his or her employees have what they need, have access to what they need so that they can get their jobs done. That's a manager's number one job, not to micromanage and to, go around and make themselves seem important and all of that kind of stuff, even though some people feel that way. And another thing, if there's a conflict with time and you don't have time, like work-life balance, you don't have time to do anything that's important to you because you're always at the office working, or you're always connected, whether you're physically in the office or not, you're always doing something pertaining to the job and you have no time to take care of your personal affairs or yourself, your own personal self-care. Those are things that can lead to burnout, in addition to being in a negative work environment. If the culture where you work is one where you're treated like a work mule, for lack of a better image to give you. But anyway, really, so if you're in a negative culture where, say you work for someone and all they are concerned about is, the producing papers, publications, if you're in that kind of a position, or all they are worried about is the numbers and, the people don't matter, or, all of the things that it takes to get you to that bottom line that the person cares about. None of that, all of that is swept under the rug. Those kinds of things can lead to burnout, exhaustion, mentally and physically, actually, for the person who is experiencing that. So what I want to talk to you about, I'm going to give you a few tips that you could use, some very simple things that you can do to help to manage the workplace burnout. And I'll keep that coming. I was about to say I'm going to save it for last. But anyway, so the first and foremost thing you need to do is to learn how to create and establish some boundaries. So boundaries are important. And I was just talking about someone who's connected to their jobs 24/7. They cannot get a break to even go out to dinner without having to check their phones to see what messages come in. Or if they try to go and take a vacation, their boss is calling and has them doing work when they should be taking time off and rejuvenating so that they can come back refreshed. But instead, they take all the work on the vacation with them. And when they come back, they're just as tired as they were mentally when they were at work every day. So you have to be able to establish some boundaries around your personal time. When you're at work, that's your time to do your work. When you are at home, that is your personal time. And that is your time to do the things that recharge you, to do the things to take care of yourself, to take care of your family, to take care of your life, to have an escape. It's your way to really create some clear delineations about this is the time that I work. And even if you work at home, you need to still have those boundaries set where you have certain times that you work and certain times when it's time to do other things. And I'm not going to suggest the whole work-life balance thing because I know it doesn't necessarily work that way where everything is equal, but it should be in a way that it integrates all the things that are important to you. And that's more important than trying to make it 50-50. The other thing that I want to suggest to you is to create an outlet. If you are someone, who likes to go and have a walk in nature, use that as a way to create an outlet for the stress that's being caused from all of these things that I talked about earlier. Use it as an outlet. If you're someone who likes to exercise, make it a point to set aside time for you to be able to go and exercise. If you have a hobby, if you like to hang out with your friends, if you like to have quiet time where you just, you could just be quiet, no TV, no people, and that's the introverts. That those of us that are introverts really, really enjoy that. So, whatever it takes to help you to have an outlet to release that stress and to unwind again and recharge your batteries, that's something that you want to do. And if you don't have a hobby, create one. There's all kinds of fun things out there to do. And free things that you can do at home. If you like sewing, if you like, I don't know, maybe you like watching YouTube, whatever it is, it really doesn't matter. Just pick a thing. The next thing that I want to share is to take regular breaks from work. And I was talking earlier about the vacations, the working vacations. No. Make it a point to take time out throughout the year. I suggest at least once a quarter. Take yourself a week off if you have a job that allows you that kind of vacation leave. And just take a week off and do something fun. Do something that does not involve work at all, because the work is going to be there when you get back. And just recharge your batteries. Go somewhere new, or if you're somebody who likes to do the same thing, go to your favorite place. Whatever it is, then even if you just stay home and you turn off the work phone and you turn off the work laptop and you don't take phone calls from the people at work so that you can actually feel like you had a break from work. Do that and do it regularly so that you don't have an opportunity. By the time 2 or 3 months roll around, it's time for a break. And then you get back and you get back into the swing of things. And before you know it again, you're looking forward to another break. That's a great way to do things, even if you don't have the money to go out of town or travel or whatever. You can find lots of relaxing things to do. You can piddle around in your garden if you're somebody who enjoys gardening. Whatever it is, do that. And then fourth, I think I was going to promise you 3, but I have 4. So the fourth thing that you can do is if the if it's really to a point where it's unbearable, and the things that I just talked about, the little breaks and the boundaries and all of that stuff is just not cutting it, then it might be time for you to consider finding a work environment, finding a work situation um, that is more commensurate with where you are and what you enjoy and what you need in your life in terms of work right now. And so that's perfectly fine too. You just have to, figure out what that next thing looks like for you and become strategic about working toward reaching that goal, working toward, getting that new job, that maybe it's a promotion. Maybe you just need something new and more exciting to do at work because this thing has really run its course. Your creativity is gone. You're bored with it. It's time for something else. And sometimes that's all that it takes. And if that's the case, then you just need to recognize that and do the things that are necessary to get you to that next level. So that's what I have for you tonight. I hope that one of these tips will help you to actually improve your workplace wellness so that you are able to, enjoy your work more because we spend a lot of time at work. And if you're going to be there for 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, depending on what kind of job you have, it's important that you actually you get something out of being there. You need to have some kind of reward out of investing all of that time at a place that's taking you away from your family, is taking you away from having free time to do all the leisurely things you want to do. So you want to make sure that you're getting some kind of rewards from it and it's not just all negative. Everything that comes from it is negative and it's draining you. It's really just draining you. So that's it for those particular tips. Again, please like and share this video, tag a friend, type replay if you're catching it on replay. And I want to, before I log off, give you an opportunity if you are someone who's looking to restructure your career so that you can minimize this whole effects of burnout by changing up your work environment, maybe moving to another position, finding another company altogether, finding a whole nother career field to be in, any of those things. Or if you're just looking to come up with ways to improve your work-life wellness, I have the perfect solution. It's the Your Next Level Career Action Planner. And don't let the word career throw you off. Of course, this is about your career. Everything that I'm about is about your career. But this particular planner also has a section in there that's for wellness. So it's designed specifically to help you with your health and wellness goals as it pertains to your career. And if I must say so myself, it's a really great combination of things. You have your career, you have your finances, and you have your health and wellness. All the things wrapped in a bundle that really matter when it comes to having a successful career and helping you to be able to do that. So you can get your copy at www.bit.ly/your next level capital C, capital A, capital P. And the first letter of each word is capitalized. So www.bit.ly/your next level, capital C, capital A, capital P. And that's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening and I'll be seeing you around. Bye-bye.